Hello, everyone. Just getting these alerts off so I can see where I'm going. It is Trending Thursday. Gosh, so much excitement going on, and we'll fill you in. But good evening. This is Carol, so AKA Naughty Boss, live with
TwoSistas. Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Janice, AKA Wellness Diva 5.0, and it is Trending Thursday, June the 30th. And I just want to add, if you're in the United States and you have an extension on your taxes, I believe they are due July 15th. So get those taxes in.
Absolutely. It's last day of the month, a lot of energy. But before we get started, we want to give out a nice happy birthday shout out to our Aunt Betty, who turned 86 today. June is definitely Aunt Betty and Uncle Dom's month because I believe, let's see, Uncle Dom's birthday is the 25th. They just celebrated their 65th anniversary yesterday, the 29th, and then today is Aunt Betty's birthday. So June is their month. All month they're celebrating, having a good time. So although I'm not drinking a glass of wine, cheers to you both. I know she's probably having a white wine and Uncle Dom is probably having his red wine. So happy birthday, Aunt Betty. We hope you had a great day. I called, left a message, but I'm sure she's celebrating with all her grandchildren and children and whatnot. So that's exciting news, but it is Trending Thursday and it's nothing better. We actually just came off of a pre-podcast. So a lot of times we do a pre-podcast with guests that are going to be coming on. And we're super thrilled about this upcoming guest, which is going to be another guest from Australia. So we coming on live with her on the 20th from the United States, the 28th, which would be at 7:45 p.m. But for her, it will be
Friday
the 29th at, I believe, like 9:45 a.m.
9:45, yeah.
14-hour difference. But the energy that Naz has is just, you feel it. She's energetic. I think she's going to be a great guest, don't you?
Oh my God, absolutely. And Naz, this one's for you. So if you watch the replay on our Facebook page.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. We were joking about this. So there, I'm going to do mine because that was all mine.
There we go. We're just
tears, laughing with tears. I'm thinking that's what that is. I'm laughing with tears. And heck, the tears are matching my nail polish. So that's even better. But it is Trending Thursday. Can you see me? What happened here?
I can see you.
There we go. I don't know, some weird. Yeah, now it was a little weird vibe going on with the internet, which how unusual is that? Not, but it is Trending Thursday. So what is trending for you? What's going on for you, girlfriend?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked, Carol Sue. You know, I'm always up to something. Learning so much, doing so much, but it's not that I'm doing so much, it's that I am enjoying what I am doing and learning from it, which is so exciting. As a lot of you know, I started a third podcast, Stories That Inspire Us, inspired by my son, Ryan Scott. And that's been very fascinating. But you know, what I love about podcasting or learning different things is that you can, obviously I'm excited about what I do, what we do, but together, when we're excited about something, we can share that and create a ripple effect. And for me, that's just so important. And I absolutely love that. Another sidebar, the garden was looking pretty nice, had some squash. I got a little bit of zucchini upstairs. The red lettuce, delicious. No tomatoes as of yet, but when they come in, they will, they will be coming in fast and furious. So looking forward to that, abundance.
Oh, absolutely. And, the smells of the garden are so cool. Like even, I went to the local garden, which is really the local produce place, which is literally around the corner, and just the smells of basil and mint and the tomatoes. Of course, these tomatoes in Florida are not the same tomatoes that are from the Northeast, totally different, but they just smell good. But yes, we're coming off of peach, like a lot of peaches were out right now. Excuse me. we're coming off of that, and just, smelling even the different lettuces and the basil, the dill, all the different spices. So I love that time of year where you really start to see things bloom.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can actually pick them. So that's yummy, yummy, yummy. But trending. There's so much trending in the world that we always talk about. For me, turned off the news again today. A couple times it was on. I'm like, nope, I am not partaking, turning it off. And really just getting out there and chatting with people. So I went and I got my hair done, which was so neat of color. So I saw my stylist today, and I'm sure every girl, every woman can really appreciate when you get back from your appointment, you feel good, your hair feels refreshed, anew. So that's pretty cool. And then I've been working really, now that I know that I have no tear, I do have tendonitis, so I'm already using my bands again and implementing them in the water, and wow. Already I can feel like I'm getting some movement. It's not feeling, still not 100, nowhere near 100%, but I'm getting that movement. And then next week I get my MRI results from my knee, and I start hip therapy, which should be interesting. The hip therapy, I've never had hip therapy before. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about that. Because, I think the nervous piece comes to not having the therapy, but how they manipulate that area where, like, I'm like, can you give me a piece of wood to bite down? Because is it going to hurt? Because I'm not a good patient.
It may be a little uncomfortable, but my experience obviously comes from when I had the major hip surgery, when I tore the labrum in my hip. And initially they manually manipulate it. So you'll be lying flat initially, and they, move it around. So you're not an active part. But
I'm getting grossed out.
Well, okay. Well, all right. So we're gonna chat about non-gross stuff. And here's something for you. This is nothing about nothing, but something about something. Did you know that we could do bingo for Zoom? We add the apps. We could be playing bingo online right now. Go figure.
Bingo on Zoom.
Yeah. Like, say you want to have a family bingo night. Everybody hops on Zoom. I'm going to click on it.
You have your own bingo cards.
I don't know. I'm going to hit add. I don't know if it's going to add. Whoops. Can you still see me?
I can see you.
Okay.
Bingo
part?
Is this a new part of Zoom? Bingo now?
Apparently so.
You're kidding. I thought you were joking. I was thinking that, you're on Zoom, you're chatting, getting caught up, and you'll have your own bingo cards and somebody's calling out numbers. So that's not what you're talking about. This should be interesting, guys, because I'm just finding out where the reaction buttons are. Let me see if I can do one of those. I've got, Hearte. I got that one. Yeah, we're doing all kinds of.
All sorts of games on here. Okay, so they have something called Kahoot, Heads Up.
And where is all this stuff? Does anybody know? Does anybody else even know this?
If you go into more, if you go into your bottom line, now for me, it's on the bottom, third one in from the right, and it says apps, and you click on that and it brings up like where your chat would be.
Oh yeah, sign into your account to use Zoom apps. Wow.
Yeah, so, oh my God, there's a shit ton. There is a lot. Just saying. But anyways, all right, we got a little off topic.
I'm wondering how many people are doing Zooms with, these different apps. It's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, I think it would have been cool if it came out like 2 years ago, when people were not going outside, because we don't want to become zombies behind a computer and be on devices that long, because it's not good for your mindset. It's not good for your eyeballs. It's not good for your posture that's why, I'm constantly moving around. You see me all over the place. To sit in one position or to be in front of a computer for hours at a time is not healthy. We know that, because sometimes, you get caught up in something, even, if you're using your phone, you get caught up in your apps, your social media, and, you find that all your energy is spent in a non-productive, way. And then you get up and say, okay, I sat at my computer for 2 hours, or I was scrolling and playing, bingo. What did I do for 2 hours? And then you start getting stressed because you're putting out this, energy of stress instead of the energy that, the good stuff, the abundance, all that good energy that we want to give out and put out into the universe. Because we know, which we were just talking about with our future guest, Naz, is that your thoughts, what you think about, what you dwell upon, those all have energy pieces to them. And that goes out in the universe. And guess what? You're attracting more of that same type of energy. So that is why it's so important to make sure that you're not stuck behind your computers or getting sucked into the news, sucked into what's going on with your alerts on your app, and really helping others be around people that want to do better, that have a mission of goodness and kindness and well-being and health, wellness. Don't you think? Like, it's just good, positive stuff going on.
Yeah, like enjoy the positive. And it makes me think guests that we are having on, their name escapes me right at the moment, but the name of their company is Smoovative. Smoovative.
I like the name.
Yeah, but anyways, and it's about the mindset and the connectivity that we talked about this, I think, a few days ago about the clutter around us, not just, physical clutter, but mindset clutter, different things that, can perpetuate or be the precursor to go down the rabbit hole. I don't like going down the rabbit hole.
Well, I don't mind going down the rabbit hole if it is something that, is a driving force that's going to help me resolve something that I'm passionate about, a cause, something on that line is okay. But we also talked about, validating those things that are important to us, that may be a mission or something that we're an advocate for, but also put it into a compartment of time. So in other words, that you're not, because a lot of times when you especially anything that, if you're an advocate, I'm an advocate for children and children's causes, sometimes you get so wrapped into that, it's overwhelming. And you almost feel like to a point that you start putting those frustrating electrical forces out there that you're attracting more of that, which again, you're like on this hamster wheel of, the stress wheel. Because we have to know, with a good mindset, with health and wellness, that we're only in control of how we act and how we react to something. So if you go down these rabbit holes and you get stuck down the rabbit hole and you're finding that now you're trying to crawl your way out of it, that really exerts a lot of energy. And sometimes that energy is not good energy. And you will find that, the things that you focus your brain on, and believe me, what we're telling you, what we're sharing with you does not happen overnight, people. It's about habit, forming good habits to get a mindset that's really focused on what you desire, what you want out of life, acts of kindness, doing good for other people, but also know that you're human and you're going to have days where, you don't react well to a certain situation. Own it, be accountable for it, and then put it away. Put it in a compartment. You've dealt with it, move on, and get back to that good wellness train of good thoughts, because the universe is big. And what do we talk about? We talked about this several times with a couple different great guests that we've had, that, we only really use 10% of our brain, which is it's mind-boggling in of itself to know that we only use 10% of our brain. And you wonder, what is the other 90% doing? What is your 90% doing?
I have at least 15%, and I'll tell you why. Because I do.
She does. Well, claim it.
I went from Wellness Diva, 2.0 to Wellness Diva 5.0. So I don't know. I'm just going to own it.
You're putting it out into the universe that you are 15. So maybe that's what I need to do. I'm going to use 15% of my brain. And what are we wasting our brain on? So here's a chunk of what was trending. So John decides, let's put a movie on. He had a busy day, let's put a movie on. And then he puts on this, it's an older movie. Who the heck is in it? The famous actors. It's a boxing movie. But there's some violence in it. Not like tremendous violence, but there's some violence in it. And I think it takes place in Boston. So they got the Boston twang going on, which I can so relate to. But I'm just like, I can't watch this. And he's like, you're being such a baby. There's not that much violence. I go, it's not that. It's like doing nothing for my mind. I feel like I'm sitting here watching this movie, and it may be a good movie. It's not that I don't like movies. I do. But I just, I watched maybe an hour and a half of it, and I couldn't, I'm like, I gotta go. Sorry. So I went to the other room, he finished watching the movie, and thankfully it's over because it's quieter in the next room now. So that's good. But, you wonder, we talk about different things that we expose our brains to in our minds, and where do we want our brains? Do we want our brains just kind of out there, not really utilizing the capabilities that we have, and knowing that we don't use our full brains? It does make you wonder. And she's laughing. Why are you laughing at me?
Brainage.
Brainage, yeah. We got some brainage going on. But does it make you wonder? Like, if we're not using, what is our brain doing?
Well, the brain is a funny thing, right? Let's have a brain conversation. Okay. So my attention was slightly diverted, and it's because I'm getting a little punchy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I'm looking at all these apps, and then you said something about brain. You were chatting about the brain, and then I thought about George Costanza.
Shrinkage.
Shrinkage.
See how these conversations go? They always end up either in the toilet or to a sexual part.
I didn't say anything about a sexual part. I'm just referencing an episode of Seinfeld.
Well, that's what it's about.
Okay.
He was in the pool or water, and he was taking his trunks off, and she walked in, and his penis was shrunk. So it's shrinkage. And a lot of people, funny thing about that episode is a lot of people didn't realize that a man's penis could shrink, I guess. And that's what makes it kind of funny.
All right. So do you remember this episode?
Oh, we're gonna go on this. What's trending? We're just gonna talk about nothing about nothing.
Nothing about nothing.
That's what's happening this night.
See if remember this episode.
Okay.
They're real and they're spectacular.
Yes, and I can't remember the actress's name. She's a very good actress. And they were suspecting that her breasts were not
real.
And who was that actress?
Terry.
Oh, yes, Terry something. Terry. She was on a couple different. She was in movies and stuff. Terry.
She played Lois Lane, I think, in a couple of.
I think you're right. I think I don't know that for sure. She might have, but yes. How about the one where Jerry dates a girl whose name rhymes with body part?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's a good one. Or, oh gosh, I mean, there's so many. That is one series that you can just watch it over and over again. And you just laugh. How about when Kramer is, he's the male model, and he's got his whitey tighties on, and then he ends up getting all burnt or something because he's got darker skin anyways. But I don't know, he put baby oil and mercurochrome. Back in the day, that's what you would do. And he ends up burning, and then he's got the aluminum shield, and he gets all red. And I mean, there's just so many funny episodes. It's just one of those. It's really one of those shows that just, I think, could live on and on and on because it's so relatable. It's so goofy and fun. And and speaking about nothing, that's really what the whole series is nothing about nothing. And they make something nothing. And it's funny. It's just funny. It's not dry sense of humor. It's just goofy fun. And I absolutely love that show. We faithfully watch it. We've got the CDs, and we even have a cat named after, he's little Jerry Seinfeld. That's how much we actually love the show, although we didn't name the cat. The kids, when they were younger, named him. So yes, we have little Jerry Seinfeld. And we actually had a fish once named Kramer. So yeah, that's how much we love Seinfeld. What would be one of like a trendy show that you and Gary absolutely, or, watch when you were younger, or watch, that you watch together now it's just one of those trendy shows that you have to watch it.
Perry Mason.
Yeah, Perry Mason's a classic.
Love it. And, you know, we always try to figure out like who did it, you know, and of course, when they get to the court scenes and they they hone in on, the camera hones in on different people who are suspects, and you're like, no, it's that one. No, it's that one. I get most of it wrong, but you know, it's fun to watch those shows. And you know, Paul Drake, the investigator that always helps Perry Mason out, you know, when Perry gets done, you know, talking to a client and he says, Della, get a hold of Paul and get all his men on it. It just cracks me up.
It reminds me of, especially when you're right, when the camera is focusing on the different characters, reminds me of the game Clue. You know, it's just, you know,
Yes.
who done it, who did it, you know, who was where. That's a classic one. We also, John likes Law and Order, and then the other one he likes is the one with Magnum PI, but it's
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck, yeah. So it's Blues, something Blues, or
yeah. Oh, his new thing that he's on, the new program.
Something Blues.
Police Blues. No, no, it's not Hill Street Blues.
That was an old one. We can't even think of what that's called, so I'm gonna have to Google it. Oh gosh, what is it called? But anyways, that's a good one to watch too. And those are kind of, you know, those are kind of like if you like, you're really not in the mood to watch TV, but you want something that's, you know, not gonna like overtax your brain with stress, because there's a lot of shows and movies that are they're just too stressful, don't you think?
Yeah. I'm looking it up. It is stressful. I'm trying to think what show stresses me out. Oh, you know, sometimes as I'm, you know, you're flipping through the channel, like when we had actually Bloods. Yes. Bloods. Thank you. You know, when we had actual internet, I mean, you know, actual TV, not because now we live stream. Sometimes when you're flipping through the channels, like come across the Kardashians, and it's just like, I maybe watch it for 5 minutes because I like to see what, I mean.
I can't even waste my energy on that stuff.
Yeah.
As you age, you know, you decade after decade, you know, you just, your taste changes. I mean, obviously I like classical movies. We'll always love those. But I just find myself getting away further and further from TV. And, you know, I prefer to like read books. I like to journal. I love listening to podcasts, obviously, and just even listening to different things that make my brain feel healthy, especially the 90% or 85% that I'm not using.
Touché.
But it's Trending Thursday. We want to know what's going on in your world, what's trending with you, what are you trending for, you know, health and wellness. Obviously, I've been chatting a lot today with, actually the last 2 weeks, with a lot of people that are new to the Thrive Experience, and a lot of people that have not been on the Thrive Experience in a while. Now they're coming back. And just sharing about the different new products that we have. And it just feels good to, you know, to have those live chats with people that and feel that excitement, that they're excited for, you know, the next step in their health and wellness journey. So that's been trending for me today. And then again, just as I said, just, you know, moving those muscles. We want to know what's trending on in your world. You know, are you trying something new in your fitness capacity? Are you doing maybe a new exercise that you're really finding that, I'm not getting it down right? Are you struggling getting your water in? This time of year, it's actually, I think, easier for people because of the heat. But a lot of people still struggle trying to get that whatever their body needs for water. But that is such an important piece to health and wellness and your gut health. And then your mind. What are you exposing your mind to? You know, make sure that you're exposing it to really good things that are going to either, you're going to learn something that you're going to get value out of, or that you're going to learn something so you can add value to somebody else and pay it forward with kindness and just good feelings. Don't you think? Those are all good things.
Absolutely. They are certainly good things. And on that note, it is Trending Thursday. We love trends. Let us know. Go to our website and leave us a voice message, www.TWOSISTAS.online, and leave us a voice message. Really, we would love to hear from you. Even if you have an opposing viewpoint, we'd love them too. So with that, my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I'm with
TwoSistas, and this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss. We are so excited on this Trending Thursday. We hope that you are too. Like Jan said, I second that. Make sure you let us know what's trending on in your world. And guess what? We got a big day tomorrow. It's Fantabulous Friday, where that is the day of the week that you get to celebrate you, all your accomplishments, your goals, things that excite you, things that you really, really have to have that conversation in the mirror and say, you did a good job. So we're excited about that. We will see you tomorrow morning for that. You have a great evening, everyone. Won't be long. We'll be back on live tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.